Hey, everybody. Welcome to Breakfast All Day. Alonso here with Matt and Christy. Paramount Plus launched this week, and one of their selling points is a film that was supposed to come out theatrically last year, but now you can watch it there, or you can rent it as a PVOD title, and that is the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, which is a lot better than Christy is about to make it sound.
Why do you assume already, Alonso, that I'm not going to like SpongeBob?
Because you tipped your hand. And you're dead inside.
I am. Yes, absorbent and yellow and porous is he. But you wring him out, and there's not a whole lot there. There's definitely not enough there for 3 feature-length films. But here we are yet again with a third SpongeBob movie. The first one was in 2004. Second one was in 2015. Now we have another one again, the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, which is really just a launching pad for this Paramount Plus series called Camp Coral, which is like the Muppet Babies version of the SpongeBob world, right? If we're being honest.
That is my least favorite part of the film is the backdoor pilot for Camp Coral. I will.
That's all this is. There's a lengthy
that's not all
flashback. I mean, mostly. Right?
That's fair.
It's synergistic.
That gets wedged in, and it feels wedged in. But other than that, I thought this movie was hysterically funny from start to finish. I don't watch the TV show. I only know the movies, but I love the movies, and I think the movies hold up. Like, they don't feel like someone trying to turn an 8-minute animated sequence into a film. For that, you can watch Tom and Jerry. But all three of these felt like they had a feature film in mind, and they were able to make it work that way.
All right, let me describe this one.
Please do.
I haven't even described this one. There's a plot.
Yes.
So SpongeBob lives in his pineapple under the sea, and he works at the Krusty Krab. And every morning he greets his best friend Patrick and annoys Squidward. And he goes to work, and he comes home to his best friend, his pet sea snail, Gary, who does make big eyes and cute little noises, unlike Tuk Tuk. In Raya and the Last Dragon, this is all Gary does, and that's all he has to do because he's so freaking cute. He's like the best part of the whole movie. When they just cut to Gary going, just making cute little eyes. He's really cute, but he's also really valuable because the mucus that he creates is a really powerful facial moisturizer. And so King Poseidon, who is vain, apparently has run out of sea snail mucus to keep his complexion glowing and dewy. And there's a whole convoluted thing where Plankton helps him get kidnapped. And everything has to go back to the Krabby Patty formula in some capacity. So anyway, SpongeBob and Patrick go on a road trip to rescue Gary from the lost city of Atlantic City, where the king lives. They can't drive because they are a sponge and a sea star. And so this defective robot named Otto, voiced by Awkwafina, yes, is their chauffeur. But
you are fired.
All she says is, "You're fired," which is unfortunate as she's driving to Atlantic City. Like, who does that? And then, Atlantic City is rendered in the way that you imagine that it would be in the zany SpongeBob world. I mean, it is consistent with all of the zany and surreal nature of all things SpongeBob, which I think that the joy and the strength of all of it lies in its brevity, in its quick bites. If you watch the show, you're in, you're out, it's zany, it's zippy, it's quick, and you're done. And I feel like stretching it out to like 80 minutes is a strain on the ability to maintain that level of like surreal zaniness.
Wrong.
Look,
you totally left out Keanu Reeves as a place to say.
I mean, there are some amusing cameos, right? So the Keanu is a sage named Sage, and his head pops up in a tumbleweed,
and he's made of sage.
Yes, I mean, and that's enjoyable. It has its moments.
He's clearly having fun.
He's as good in this as Antonio Banderas was as a pirate in the last one. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't watch the TV show. I only know the movies, but I was howling with laughter from the get
Were
go.
you?
And
Okay.
except for the stuff that's clearly like we're setting up Camp Coral with these lengthy flashbacks of how they all met at summer camp when they were 8 or whatever. I thought it was just super funny. I loved the look of Atlantic City. This movie kept throwing things at me, so I didn't feel like I was just like, ugh, let's get through the plot. Like they managed to come up with genuine sort of stakes along the way to keep the story interesting. Yeah, I was charmed. I'm not like a hardcore SpongeBob fan, but I like these movies and I like this one a lot.
Matt.
Yeah, we were talking about how Coming to America delivers everything you'd expect, but not in a great way because it's so slave to the original material. This one is the opposite of that in that, yes, there are guidelines it's got to work within, but it does bring some new stuff. These are look, it's like watching 3 or 4 episodes of SpongeBob all together, or there's an arc of them, right? Because it is episodic enough, it kind of gets away with that. There's the beginning part where they're still in Bikini Bottom, then they're on the road, then they're in the West, then they're in Atlantic City. That all, and you get this little bit of, the teaser for Camp Coral. That all worked fine. I thought, it's breezy. It moves along quick. It doesn't get bogged down. All of the stuff, all of the like little side trips it makes are just like side trips of lunacy. And that all works, right? Like Danny Trejo shows up in this, Snoop Dogg shows up. You get voice performances by Reggie Watts, Matt Berry
as Poseidon from What We Do in the Shadows.
Right. He's from the TV show What We Do in the Shadows, and he's perfect as Poseidon. And then you get Tiffany Haddish as Tiffany Haddock.
Because it's a fish, get it?
That's fun.
Oh, come on.
It's good for a
Christy is
chuckle.
the enemy of fun.
I like fun. Also, Matt Berry is the voice of the prince who turns into a pig in Disenchantment. And Nick knew immediately. He's like, ew, it's Herkimer. Is it Herkimer? Is that his name? Merkimer. He's like the pompous pig. It's the same kind of character as Poseidon.
Yeah. He knows his lane.
Yeah, no, I thought this was fun. And, again, like I hadn't watched every episode of the show. I saw it from time to time. This is what you want out of a SpongeBob movie in the best way, in that, yeah, you want something kind of zany and loopy. That's what you're going to get. Okay.
And it is, but I feel like it drags on, and the whole flashback that takes you to the Camp Coral thing, where it's like a "this is your life" thing for SpongeBob. It just drags here and there. It's loopy and zany here and there. It has its moments, but then I think all these movies feel really like under the strain of having to be feature length.
The flashback was the only time where it did feel like, okay, now we're padding, and we're padding synergistically, and so like that was annoying. But honestly, that was it. That comes late in the film. By that point, it had built up enough goodwill that it didn't take me out of it.
I did some interviews with the cast and saw a couple of episodes of the new show, and it's actually much better than the teaser would imply, because they're not bogged down in like, and here's how I met so and so, and here's how I met that person. They actually just get along, just go along to their adventures in the camp, and it's cute.
One thing I do appreciate, though, about all the SpongeBob movies is that they maintain the voice cast from the show.
Yes.
I mean, that there is consistency there. Because I recall when I took Nick to see the Lego Ninjago movie, they had replaced all of the like tried and true voice actors who had done the TV show for for several seasons with like famous people.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that here. Like Tom Kenny is here. Roger Bumpass is here. If you like the voice cast, they're all here.
I got to tell you guys, interviewing them was a hoot. And especially because Clancy Brown did the voice of Mr. Krabs almost for the entirety of the segment I was talking to him. And it was fucking hilarious. Here I am talking
here
I am talking to the Kurgan, and he's talking like, yes, well, I'm the only adult here. And things I care about are, well, money and
cute.
Money.
He's a serious actor.
He was very fun.
He was in Buckaroo Banzai. Bless his heart. He's a legend. We don't deserve Clancy Brown, frankly.
No.
Anyway, so I gave this an 8.8, and it would have been higher if it weren't for all the flashbacks, but I still had a great time.
I give it a 7.
Hold on, I gotta do math. 8.8. Hold on. Shit. Well, I'm saying 4.6. 4.6 plus 8.8 plus 7 divided by 3 equals 10. That's not right.
That can't be right. We like it that much.
4.6 plus 8.8 plus 7 divided by 3 equals 6.8. Math is good podcasting. Next week, Christy won't use the calculator. See what happens.
I even gave you my numbers up front. For a while, I was being so good, and I'm going to text her in advance.
I changed mine.
Oh, I found
anyway,
all right.
I made it a tiny bit better. You guys are so persuasive.
Okay.
So SpongeBob is on Paramount Plus. Are you aware there's Paramount Plus? There's Paramount Plus. You can also watch Camp Coral while you are at Paramount Plus.
And the Real World Reunion, which for an aging Gen Xer like myself has been like, wow, we're all old now. Okay,
Have they stopped being polite? Started getting real yet?
They're still pretty polite in episode 1, but I think things are going to fall apart later. But also, if you want to watch any season of The Real World, they're all on Paramount Plus. So if you want to relive the glory days of like Pedro and Puck or whatever, like it's all there.
Rachel Campos before she was on The View.
Exactly. All right. Well, listen, you guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We have another review coming up, don't we?
Yes.
We do.
Okay.
We have Chaos Walking still.
Oh, we do. Oh, boy, do we. All right. So I won't do the whole long spiel. Thank you for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us at BeFastAllDay on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/BeFastAllDay, because you've got questions about WandaVision and we've got questions, and maybe we'll have some answers. Who even knows? Lots of other fun stuff coming up exclusively for our subscribers. You want to be in on that action. So patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.